All right, guys, we got our 2022 WR450. This one is the F. F is for fast. Gotta look over here. I'm gonna fire this thing up and see. We're in neutral. She's running. That's 7 miles on the odometer. It's not really 7 miles. I haven't technically gone anywhere. Haven't been on the track. I purchased this new, but 2 years, a year and a half later. You guys see that? I did a full PPF clear bronze, paint protection film, and then I ceramic coated it. So if you want your plastics to look like glass, follow me. Just get it warmed up. Asked a lot of questions about, because the bike's set at a dealership for 2 years, I could imagine it was started 1,000 times. Yeah, maybe 100. But I was asking. All right, we are back. Sorry. Took a couple phone calls. So they say you have to remove this skid plate here. Right now I got my snap-on tools. This thing makes everything easier. Not doing it by hand. Gotta be careful though. It will break stuff, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna use the 8mm. And remember guys, this is coming to you from JP, John Possible. We got 3 bolts, and there's one. There's 2. I did run this thing for 5 minutes prior. After watching another YouTube, I'm gonna put that one back in just to hold it up while I get this one undone. Pretty simple. Ah, look, it's dirty in there. This thing is technically not really been ran anywhere. I'm gonna get that all cleaned out. I like to keep my stuff pretty clean. I'll probably ceramic coat this as well. Keep everything nice and clean. We'll just set this aside. I don't like setting them down like that. It just beats up on them. I know it's a dirt bike. Yeah, I know. Blah, 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 blah. So, what I like to do personally is I like to catch my oil so that I know how much is in there. Now, this is a brand new bike, so it shouldn't have burnt off any, but that doesn't change what I like. This is a 12mm, again, snap-on tools. No, I'm not sponsored by them. Not yet. Not yet. But I use them. They're great tools. Crack it loose. Get in there with your hand. It is going to be dirty and probably hot. See how much of a mess I can make. Let that drain. Seem to be clean. Grab a paper towel. this all cleaned off. Let that drain. I'm gonna go to the other side real quick, kind of show you guys. Pop the fill plug off. Let some air in there a little bit. Fill plug is here. Cut it by hand. Set it on there. I'm gonna bring it back. Now, what I'd like to do is stand this bike up. Nice and slow. I like to drain it all out, get every little drop that I can, give it a couple shakes. Again, this bike has almost no miles on it, or no hours, but it's set at a dealership for 2 years on their showroom floor. You know, I could imagine how many times, you know, someone sat on it and started it up and, you know, thought about buying it and then didn't. So, see, I'm rocking it back and forth, and there's still some oil coming. I'm trying to get it all out. Trying to get it all out. I will tell you guys, I am a Yamaha I will say respecter. I understand what they got going on, and I respect it. That is not the oil I'm using for this specifically. I'm using a Mobil 1 Racing 4T wet clutch 10W40. I like to tell a lot of guys, you know, if you're riding a lot, use the oil that is the most accessible to you. So this oil is at AutoZone. Very accessible. They have it everywhere. Works great. So I got that drained. I'm happy with the results. I feel like I got it all out. They tell you to put a new crush washer. I'm not going to. Again, this thing is new. Just trying to get the oil out, get it circulated, and yeah. Get this tightened back up. Now they're asking for 10 Newton meters of torque spec on this. So definitely do that. If you have a torque wrench. If you don't, we call it a snugger. All right. Oil filter is here. Crack it loose. I'm not using the gun to crack it. I use the gun to pull it. I'm not replacing the oil filter. Just gonna pull it out, wipe it down, look it over, put it back. Oh. There's oil in there. I've watched 5 videos on this thing and no one showed oil. is all pretty cleaned out. So now, of course, I got to say something. Looks pretty good. Oil doesn't smell burned. Yeah, I could say it 10 times over. This bike is just sat somewhere for 2 years. So I'll take some soapy water and clean that up. There's oil inside of here. So I'm gonna soak all of that oil up. These are good old Bounty. A lot of people like to use the blue automotive, lint-free. I use Bounty every day at my tent shop. So I'm gonna use it on this. They're actually in the tent shop with the ladies. They're over here working. How's it going, ladies? Yeah. Tent BMW. That's Viv. Over here we got Renee. We got the sides tinted on this one. We just got to do the back window. Downy sheet and the computer turned off. Got it all wiped out nice and clean. Again, this is just some rubbing alcohol and water to clean the ground. Everything looks good. That looks good. All right, there's a hole on one side. There's some lube on it. Yeah. O-ring looks good. To go in with this, nice and easy. Again, the book says 10 inch-pounds. Little ugger-dugger. Nice and clean. All of this. Just keeps it all nice and clean. All right, we're all happy with the way it came out. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys, even with me spilling. So this is just it's actually a ratio cup for paint, but 3/4 of a liter. Now we know. Now we'll take this over here. Oh, there's our drain bucket. Why isn't it closer? Oh man. Perfectly good oil. set you up on this side. Just clean it out. Nice wipe. So, as we are cleaning out this, it's all nice and cleaned out. We are, there's some tools over here. There's a couple more little things over here. You know, I normally ride a YZ 125. This is not the same, you guys. This thing is a monster. I mean that. It is amazing. I love it. So down here, oh, that's a 10 millimeter. Something else. That's the exhaust top. We're gonna focus on outside. Got the computer on here. Ladies. All right, I'm back. 10 millimeter. Just to torture people. All of my sockets are Craftsman. Not sure what this is for. Some sort of strainer. But I saw a guy remove it after he did an oil change. So, 1 10 millimeter bolt. Spin that thing around and pull it out. Look at that. There is some stuff on there. Yep. So, this is oil. Has to do with your oil. And I want to get that thing cleaned off. Actually, a lot of stuff on this. Take some air to it. It's metal, so you can probably take some, cleaner of some sort, brake parts cleaner or something along that line to try and clean it out. Just go put it back in. But it's weird to me, a couple guys that say, "Oh, I change this, I check this every once in a while." I would probably pull that thing out every time. Seems to be the one of the lowest points as a filter of some sort, so why not pull it? But just tighten it up by hand. This one is a 10 millimeter. There's actually a Phillips screw head on it, so you probably do it with a Phillips, but probably also strip it out with a Phillips, so I won't do that. Same thing, a little snug, a little udder. So I was told this is the overflow drain. Is the same thing, like when you're on a YZ125, there's a screw. You unplug that screw and then you fill it up till it starts coming out. So I believe that's it. But I'm gonna start with putting our 3/4 back in. We're going to use this. If you guys don't know what this is, this came with my diesel def with my truck for the def. So yeah, it's pretty gross in there. So I'll say thanks, presidents, for def fluid. We really appreciate that. It really helps us. We're really excited about it. Thank you so much. Keeps people from seeing your exhaust smoke. I'll leave it at that. So I'm gonna drop this in here. These things are pretty nifty. Get something out of there. Kind of sit it in there like a flute. They hold pretty snug. Mobile One Racing. Again, I've cleaned this thing out. It's clean. I don't know. I've wiped it. I cleaned it. It's clean. I'm gonna put the 3/4 back in it. That's what I'm gonna start. Nice. Pretty easy pour. Let me see if I could get a better angle. Nice and slow. Tip it on that. Make sure it's in there. That's the way I like my oil to look. Clear. Let that sit in here. Put the top back on this for now so we don't spill it. And let's see how I feel. So, if I tip this thing up, you can see down in there. bubble. There we go. All right, and I haven't started it. Let's go ahead and fire it up. You don't really want to do anything more than idle. Let it idle out for a second, and then we double check that glass. Ready? And crank. So he has not been uncorked yet. He still has the silencer in the exhaust. Her throttle up here is still shorter. I mean, lower the throttle. So sorry about this video editing. We usually got someone helping. Yeah, it sounds good. Let it idle out for just a second. Let the oil get to flowing. And we'll go ahead and turn her off. It's tipper. Alright, oil level up there. Oil level is spot on. Everything looks great. Alright, get this put back together and we'll go for a ride. Bring you guys over here. Let's see what I got going on. Oh, we said we were gonna wipe this out. Alright. You can see it. Alright. This is soapy water for window tinting. Spray it inside there. We got a couple window tinting towels, paper towel. You don't like keeping your stuff clean, you know, skip past this part, get to the riding part.
You scratched it.
You do like keeping it clean, and don't. Yo, yo, yo! That is Trey Herrera. Look him up on YouTube. He builds fast stuff. Yo!
Look this dude up. He tints all kinds of cool cars, clear bras, that kind of stuff. He makes cool motorcycle stuff.
Race car guy. Race car, BMX.
Motorcycle guy.
All right. She's all nice and clean on the inside. Oh, look. Outside's a little dusty. I'm going to ceramic coat that. Keep it nice and new. All right. I'm going to bring it back. Out right there. After watching a couple YouTubes again, start with that top bolt. One top bolt, two top bolt. Millimeter, 3 8mm screws. where you at? There we go. Upside down is always a little funny. Yeah, just a little snug. No udder dudders on it. Nice. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna clean this thing up, fire up, and then we're going for a ride. Yes. Coming to you from JP, John Possible. We fix everything. At least everything that we break.
Trying to figure out how to put the back window into the computer, like to fit it, like.
Okay, when you click on it, then you scroll up to the top. So click on.
That's 40.
Let's go for a ride. No helmet. So take it nice and easy.
Where's the glasses?
No glasses. No helmet. JP, she's running good.
These beauty shots. Oh, let's do that again.